Good day 1P1, I am Camille at kami ang Group 7. Before we proceed to our topic for today, meron akong question na gusto kong pagnilayan ninyo. Diba sa panahon ngayon, halos lahat tayo naka-computer or smartphone. Pero guys, naisip niyo ba kung saan nagsimula ang lahat ng ito? Yung mga laptop and desktop na ginagamit natin ngayon, hindi ganyan ang itsura ng mga naunang computers. In fact, kasing laki nila ang isang buong table. And today, I'll introduce you to two of the very first computers in history. The Z1 and the Atanasoft Berry computer. And to start our report, AZ will talk about the Z1 computer.
So now, ready na ba kayo for our first topic, which is the Z1 computer? Z1 computer was completed in 1938 by Konrad Zuse. But first, background check muna tayo. Sino nga ba si Zuse? Konrad Zuse was a German civil engineer, computer scientist, inventor, and businessman born on June 22, 1910 in Berlin, Germany. He is widely recognized as a pioneer in computer science and engineering. His work laid the foundation for modern computer science, and his inventions and ideas continue to influence the field today. O diba talented? Z1 was also the first binary programmable computer that was entirely mechanical, made from over 30,000 parts, and represented a bold departure from the calculators of the era that relied on the decimal system. The Z1 used a concept Zuse had developed specifically for his computer binary arithmetic. This system encoded numbers as a sequence of ones and zeros, an innovation that would eventually act as the foundation of digital computing. Zuse also implemented floating-point arithmetic, allowing the Z1 to process a broader range of numbers efficiently. Boolean logic, another feature of the Z1, enabled the machine to perform logical operations, while instructions were read from punched tape. So, as I have said earlier, is used Boolean logic and binary floating-point numbers. And when we say Boolean logic, it is a system of logic that uses true represented as 1 and false which represents 0 values to perform logical operations. So, meron siyang rule operations na sinusunod. First is AND, which means both conditions must be true. Second is OR, meaning at least one condition must be true. Plus is NOT, that means negates a condition. Try natin. Suppose we want to perform a logical operation using two binary inputs, A and B. Let's say A is equivalent to 1 or 2, and B is equivalent to 0 or false. First is AND operation. A and B is equal to A times B. So kapag sinulat mo siya, pa-multiplied siya since in Boolean logic, multiplication represents AND. 1 times 0 equals 0 or false. Second is OR operation. A or B is equal to A plus B because in Boolean logic, addition represents OR, but take note that 1 plus 1 is equal to 1, not 2. So 1 plus 0 equals to 1 or true. Plus is NOT operation. Not A is equivalent to opposite of A. Not 1 is 0 or false, and not 0 is 1 or true. While one of the example of floating point number is that it can perform 4 basic arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Para may twist dito when it comes to multiplication and division. Yung multiplication, na-achieve siya through repeated addition. Halimbawa, 2 times 3. So, 2 plus 2 plus 2 siya, which is 6. While division can be done naman through repeated subtractions. So, suppose na 9 divide 3, magiging 9 minus 3 minus 3 siya. And the answer is 3. Unfortunately, C1 was destroyed by the bombing of Berlin in December 1943 during World War II. But a reproduction of the C1 constructed during the 1980s can be found in Deutsches Technikmuseum Berlin.
Now, dadako naman tayo sa components ng Z1. And here are its important parts. First off is memory. Ang Z1 ay may memory na kayang mag-store ng hanggang 64 words at bawat word ay may 22 bits. Divided siya into memory blocks which are exponent, sign, and mantissa. Next is arithmetic unit or floating point. Dito nangyayari ang computation or solving ng numbers. May registers na R1 and R2 na parang temporary storage. Sunod naman ay ang input at output. Para sa input, gumamit si Zeus ng punch tape kung saan nakasulat ang mga instruction at data. Para sa output naman, may display panel na nagpapakita ng resulta sa pamamagitan ng mechanical indicators. Lastly, ay control unit. Ito ang nagbabasa ng punch tape at nagbibigay ng instructions sa ibang bahagi ng makina. Ayan! Natapos na tayo sa Z1. Next naman ay ang Atanasoft Bear computer na pangungunahan ni Sheena.
Since we're already done with the Z1, let's now proceed to another type of computer, the Atanasoft Bear computer or the ABC. ABC is considered as an early digital computer. So, bakit nga ba siya kino-considered as early digital computer? As we all know naman na it was ENIAC. Because it was firmly believed that the first special-purpose electronic computer may actually invented by John Vincent Atanasoff together with his graduate student, Clifford Berry. So, to give a background information about the two inventors of ABC, John Vincent Atanasoff is a mathematician at Iowa State University. Meanwhile, Clifford Berry is an electrical engineering student at Iowa State University. So, in order to test the central idea of the ABC, they built a successful small prototype in 1939. When it comes to the purpose of Atanasoff Berry computer, it is used to solve system of simultaneous linear algebraic equation, addressing complex problems and reduce errors. So, since si Atanasoff nga ay isang mathematician, meanwhile si Berry naman ay isang electrical engineering, so sa profession nila, very prone talaga sila sa computation, sa equations, sa problem solving, and binuo nila yung ABC para maka-help sa kanila sa pagsosolve ng mga complex problems. Kasi, during their time, umaabot sila ng isang week before nila ma-solve yung isang equations. So, sobrang haba, sobrang tagal nung panahon na yon para ma-solve nila yung isang equations. Kaya, ginawa nila yung ABC. And, sa ABC din kasi, mas mare-reduce nila yung errors. Like for example, di ba sa isang equations, kapag nagkamali ka ng isang number, mamamali na yung lahat. And sa Atanasoff kasi, sa Atanasoff Berry computer, mare-reduce nila yon. Kasi di ba, electrical na siya. Hindi na siya mano-mano. At mas malilesen yung mali niya. Paano nga ba natin gagamitin ang Atanasoff Berry computer? So, sa pag-i-input ng data ng equation natin sa Atanasoff Berry computer, operators use punch card with numerical data. Like, for example, yung ganito. So, sa equations nyo, kunyari, may 0 doon. Tapos, yung 0, ipapunch nyo siya. Kailangan nakatapat siya sa mismong number na nasa punch card nyo para mabasa siya ng computer. And yung bawat numbers sa equation nyo, kino-convert siya sa binary. Like for example, yung 5, pag kinonvert natin siya sa binary, magiging 0, 1, 0, 1. Like for example, ganito, 0, 1, 0, 1. So, sa pagpapunch, dapat yung 01, 01, nakapunch siya para mabasa siya as 5 sa computer and para ma-solve yung equations. Tapos, yung punch card natin, ipapasok natin siya doon sa machine or doon sa Atanasoff Berry computer. Tapos, mababasa yun siya gamit yung card reader. So, when it comes to the process of using Atanasoff Berry computer, so, Sa process naman niya, number is presented into binary forms. Like yung sinabi ko nga kanina, yung mga numbers ay nakakonvert siya into binary. Tapos, it also use addition, subtraction, and logical operations. And in addition, it also use Gaussian elimination. So, ano nga ba yung Gaussian elimination? So, yung Gaussian elimination, it is a method used to solve linear equations. Like, for example, sa punch card natin, sa punch card natin, kada isang line or kada isang row, may lalabas na results. May lalabas na sagot. Like, di ba dito nga sa first row, may sagot. Second row, may sagot ulit. Tapos, right after na makompute yung equations na nasa punch card, yung data, kaagad siyang nare-restore. Lastly, the output. Results were written back onto the punch card and convert binary to decimal. So, right after natin na makuha yung results, since binary nga yung nakalagay sa ating punch card, kailangan natin siya i-convert into decimal naman ulit. Like, yung 01, 01, syempre, kapag kinonvert natin siya into numbers, magiging 5 ulit siya. Since we're already done with the history, with the purpose, and with the operation and how to use the Atanasoft Berry computer, the question is, naging successful ba yung paggawa ng Atanasoft Berry computer? And the answer is no. Kaya, di ba nung 1939, naging successful yung ginawa nilang small prototype of Atanasoft Berry computer, and right after nun, sinimulan na mismo nila yung paggawa nun. And since nagkaroon nga ng World War II, nahinto yung paggawa ng Atanasoft Berry computer and hindi siya naging successful. Hindi talaga siya nagamit din. To add another information about the Atanasoft Berry computer, we will also be discussing the part of Atanasoft Berry computer to be discussed by Camille Jonglai.
Thank you, Sheena. And now, main parts naman ng ABC ang ating tatalakayin. First is the memory or DRAM memory. Dito nakastore yung data. Gumagamit sila ng 2 DRAM na may capacitors to save numbers in binary form, which means zeros and ones lang. Pero kailangan siyang i-refresh from time to time kasi nawawala yung charge. Actually, this is the early idea of memory na ginagamit pa rin today. Tulad na lang ng Dynamic Random Access Memory or also known as DRAM. Second is the arithmetic unit. Ito yung responsible sa computations. Gumagamit ng vacuum tubes for operations like addition and subtraction. May carry and borrow system din siya. And the cool part is, parallel yung structure kaya sabay-sabay nag-ooperate ang ibang components to make the process faster. Third is the input and output. Ginagamit nila yung punch cards for input and output. From decimal numbers, kino-convert muna to binary para mabasa ng machine. Sa output side naman, gumagamit sila ng high voltage para magmarka sa cards. Although, minsan unreliable yung sulat, pero kahit ganun, this already show the concept of input and output in computers. And lastly, the control unit. Ito yung nagko-control ng timing at synchronization ng lahat ng parts. Siya yung nag-aayos para sabay ang pag-ikot ng drum, ang calculations at ang pagbabasa at pagsusulat ng data. So guys, ito naman yung comparison ng Z1 at ABC. Una sa similarities. Pareho silang early computing devices, kumbaga pioneer sa computers. Parehong innovative ang designs kasi gumamit sila ng kakaibang paraan para mag-compute. Gumamit din sila ng innovative problem solving, gaya ng gears and punch tape sa Z1 at vacuum tubes naman sa ABC. Naka-influence rin sila sa future computers, at dahil sa kanila, nagkaroon ng base idea na siyang ginamit sa paggawa ng mas advanced na computers. And last, limited pa ang practical use nila or hindi practical para sa pang-araw-araw na gamit. Ngayon, sa differences naman. Sa design, ang Z1 ay mechanical, samantalang ang ABC ay electronic. Sa purpose, ang Z1 ay general purpose computer or pwedeng sa iba't ibang task, habang ang ABC ay isang task specific or ginawa para sa specific na problem, tulad na lang ng solving linear equations. Sa scale naman, mas maliit ang Z1 and mas malaki at mas complex naman ang ABC. Sa input and output, punch tape ang gamit ng Z1, pero punch cards naman sa ABC. So ayun, natapos na natin i-discuss both the Z1 and the Atana software computer. And to wrap it all up, kahit magkaiba ang design, purpose at gamit ng Z1 at ABC, pareho silang importante. Even if they look very different from the devices we use today, sila ang dahilan at nagbigay daan kaya naging possible ang mga computers na meron tayo ngayon. And that's the end of our report. Thank you for listening.